What's up, you guys? This is Anthony, virtually known as Anthony Virtually 2003 on my YouTube channel here. And today, this is going to be a homemade VHS slash homemade DVD update for November 26th of this year, 2025. I made 4 VHS tapes that I made, and, well, I remember I also did the Peanuts Holiday Collection, but sadly I cannot show them. Nine, 10. I think I did 13 homemade DVDs, I believe. I think 13, but yeah. Yeah, so all 16 videos that I made an update will be shown. Well, except, even though I did made more than that, I think I did more than that. Which except I couldn't be able to show the. I did make another copies of the Peanuts Holiday Collection, my homemade DVD copy version, but I forgot to bring that along. See if I did brought it. Because I'm not at my house really. That's why I usually go on YouTube, upload videos here at her office. So yeah. But I'm not ever back. I'm at the back room, so yeah. So anyways, let's get started with this homemade VHS and DVD updates. All the update videos are all Thomas's friends. Some are Thomas, and mostly they're Thomas homemade DVDs, but they've been copied off an ISO file. But I'd be able to copy discs using. I'd be able to copy a disc from the original copy through the recordable disc. I'd be able to copy these discs. So yeah, and some of these I just burned using my I think what the DVD maker thing that came with the Cyberlink Power to Go. So yeah, let's get started. Start with the VHS first. Start with this tape I made first. This is actually it says 3 Thomas videos that uses Ringo Starr that never had a DVD release, which is Thomas and Friends Tenders and Turntables and Other Stories, Thomas Breaks the Rules and Other Stories, and Better Late Than Never and Other Stories. It does have the Stranded Entertainment logo on at the beginning of Tenders and Turntables, and after that has the Stranded Entertainment VCI Entertainment again before it starts with the Thomas Breaks the Rules, and it has the Stranded Home Video logo before and after Better Late Than Never. These two were taken from 1990 VHS, and that one is taken from a 1993 VHS, which I never own. I just download the file from an archive, and then I edit it using my DVD maker thing. Actually, then I burn it, then I put it in a disc, and then I record to a tape. I did burn a disc and making as just like a regular VHS that included the widescreen depth, so I could record it without pausing the tape and stopping recording again. So yeah. This one has been recorded one time this time. Yep. This one has Tenders and Turntables, Thomas Breaks the Rules, and Better Late Than Never. Yet my homemade logos are Connection Ubi logo. Ubi logo is based on a TV series called Ubi, and Connect piece from the Orange Connect was based on the Connects. And this is my homemade logos. It's actually my own fan-made logos, actually. Yep. It's recorded in EP/SOP mode, and it has all 3 videos on one VHS. So it's a triple feature homemade VHS. It has fake barcode blue sides on it. This tape used to be that I made. That used to be the homemade VHS of Sesame Street Star Trek video, which has all 4 videos, which is Ernie's Big Mess, I Want to Go Home, Don't Cry Big Bird, and Ernie's Little Lie. That used to be this copy. But I do have another copy, which I used to have this copy, but I record over it. It was an SP mode. I don't have an SOP copy anymore. Just I record over it. I did record over it and replace with the Thomas and Friends. And the homemade printing I made is November 23rd of this year, 2025. I made these two first before I made this. I think on a weekend. I did wrote VHS 1990/1993, which that was taken from VHS tape. I only wrote DVDs on window if it's taken from a DVD. Next is also a triple feature. This contain uses for any Thomas every Thomas episodes on this tape that uses season 4 episodes. The first, it contains Rusty to the Rescue, Thomas and the Special Letter, and third is Henry and the Elephant. The DVDs were taken from the 2008 DVD, and Thomas and the Special Letter was taken from a 2007 DVD. Well, actually, sadly, my Thomas and the Special Letter that I recorded off to, was taken from my homemade copy DVD of Thomas and the Special Letter. My homemade copy version of my homemade bootleg copy of Thomas and the Special Letter, so there is no closed captions. I can't explain that, but yeah. The only print date is I made this November 22nd of this year, 2025. Yep, it's an SP mode tape. I did have the opening that include the Wow Wow Wubsy trailer. The only tape I made that has Wow Wow Wubsy. Promo just like the opening Anchor Bay Thomas DVDs from 2008. And that was fake barcode with blue sides on it. You have with a New Hit Entertainment logo. I don't think there is such a thing as a Hit Entertainment regular VHS tapes that uses a New Hit logo, just the old Hit logo only. I don't think there is. I wish it did though, because I didn't have Hit Entertainment VHS releases in 2007. Because I know the New Hit logo, I believe, came out at the beginning of 2007 or late 2006. So yeah. Along with the domino piece of the Hit Entertainment logo, not the old Hit Entertainment logo, but yeah. Now here's Thomas Meets the Queen and other stories. I know Thomas Meets the Queen did not have a DVD release at all. And homemade VHS. It's actually a homemade copy. It's not a regular copy, but the label looks like it's taken from the regular VHS tape. Here's my homemade logos, Connection Ubi logo that I made this year. And it does still uses the same content as the 1997 VHS, except it does have my homemade Connection Ubi logo, and it has the white screen at the end. Homemade print date is November 22nd this year, 2025. This tape with that barcode right here was actually taken from my old copy of Teletubbies Favorite Things. See, I can see there's the WHV Warhol video, so it's recycled. Okay, I'm including the reels, but right now I'd be able to fixing, splicing, adding these tapes. Yep. It does have that right here, but it still plays fine. And this one has a fake barcode with purple sides on it. This one has a real barcode. It's not a fake barcode. It has a real barcode sticker this time. But what I drew was the purple sides. I printed on a. I had this barcode, and it's shiny right here. It's from a transparent tape. It's pretty cool, and it looks kind of a little yellowish, or looks kind of a little dirty looking. I did use glue stick, but yeah. Fake barcode with purple sides on it. This tape closing has a white screen at the end. So this tape. I usually, when I made these homemade VHS tapes that I made that are in EP mode, I usually probably know what it has at the end, which has the widescreen at the end. And then stack for the rest of the tape. And finally, I made, of the last VHS tape, trackside tunes. Yep, finally have made this VHS tape. It's actually taken from a 2001 VHS, and yes, it does use the same content as the 2001 VHS. Except this tape is recorded in EP mode, and it still uses the same content as the 2001 VHS, except it does not have closed captions, and it does have the widescreen depth at the end, and it's recorded in EP/SOP. It was taken from a video file that was downloaded off from online and put it on the USB, and then I used the Blu-ray player, connect the USB, and then record the tape. That's what I did. The homemade print I made is November 26th of this year, 2025. I drew it with, look like an invisible ink. Yeah. This one has fake barcodes, and the sides of the barcode are not colored. No colored sides this time. I just want to leave it without the color sides. Yeah. Yep. It does have the widescreen depth at the end. And it does use the same content as the 2001 VHS. Yep. I just made my homemade Ubi logo, homemade reprint, and it's an SOP copy. Yeah, it's a very telltale film strip. Alright, now move on to the DVDs. Homemade DVDs I made recently. I'm going to start with this one first. Well, actually, I did show you this on an update video, but inside I just replaced. I made new copies of these DVDs. I forgot to add the number that we're taking. I will have to write that after I do the update, I think. I'll have to do it later. Here's Best of Thomas, Best of Percy, Best of James. Yeah, these are actually homemade DVDs of the Thomas and Friends DVDs, but it still uses the original contents on it. It'll still play like the real DVDs contents, no joke. And it's been copied off from I already just copied it from the DVD from a blank, burn a blank DVD off from the regular DVDs. Well, except Percy and James were taken from my other ISO copy DVDs. So yeah, and Best of Gordon and Best of Thomas were burned off from the regular DVDs. Yeah. I think I'll show you Best of Henry, Best of Toby, but I just made this probably like a month or a couple months ago, I think. But mostly these four I made recently. I just made new copies. I made another now I have 2 copies of Best of Thomas on DVD. Yeah, no joke. I have 2 copies of Best of Percy right now. I have 3 copies of Best of James. Well, second copy that has a better intro on it. The first copy I made, the intro's messed up. And the Best of Gordon has been... I have a second copy of Best of Gordon. But it's time to ISO the homemade reprints. Start these DVDs. I have to do it quickly because right now I'm on 720. Start with Here's The Adventures of Wildness Family, which I finally have all 3 Mountain Family Robinsons movies. I only had the third movie on VHS only. Now I finally have 1 or 2. Well, it's actually my homemade DVD, which I did add the Anchor Bay Connect Child Ubi logo and line. It does own, nowadays Lionsgate own these movies now. It's a fully remastered version. And it's actually I just edited it, and mostly I added it with auto chapters. I didn't usually, it doesn't matter which chapters I put it on. Except the end credits part. Here's a second movie. I know there is an Anchor Bay VHS of these. Yeah, I did add the warning screen where it has the Anchor Bay warning screen, just like the Thomas DVDs, and not only just the Thomas. So yeah. And here's the third movie, which I do have this on VHS, which is actually Mountain Family Robinsons. I remember that one part when they're having their naked baths for some reason. but on a rated G movie. But it's a good thing they didn't see the inappropriate parts, which that's good. Anyways, here are the ones I burn off from these that I copied. Cranky Bugs and Other Stories. I have a second copy. Racist Rescues and Runaways. It's taken from my other homemade copy. Makes Someone Happy. Spills and Chills. Salty Secrets. And finally, Thomas Christmas Wonderland. The DVD, the real copy of Thomas Christmas Wonderland was very hard to find, but it's a good thing I burned the disc, so I don't have to worry about getting this copy, getting Thomas Christmas Wonderland. The DVD was very hard to find, the real copy. So if you really want to have Thomas Christmas Wonderland so bad, if you have a DVD burner, just burn the disc and download it off from Internet Archive. Like I already did that. This has actually been copied from another disc. So yeah, from my homemade copy actually. Except Bills and Chills and Cranky Bugs were burned from a real DVDs instead of the ISO homemade copies that were downloaded from archive. So yeah, there you have it. Those are my homemade VHS and DVD update for November 26th of this year, 2025. And I probably won't keep those VHS tapes and these homemade DVDs right here. After I make the other copies, I'll give the other ones to Heidi and Dawn. Because I've never had Bound